These are the 5 levels of autonomous vehicle automation defined by SAEJ 3016, a ladder that stretches from the car you probably drove today all the way up to a vehicle that doesn't even need a steering wheel. Right now, in 2025, humanity is awkwardly straddling the middle rungs, spending billions of dollars, losing billions more, and arguing about whether the top of that ladder is 5 years away or 50. The Society of Automotive Engineers created this framework back in 2014. 6 levels, 0 through 5, adopted by the US Department of Transportation and the United Nations. It became the universal language for talking about how much a car can do on its own and how much still falls on you, the driver. These levels define what the SAE calls the dynamic driving task, or DDT, essentially everything a human driver does to operate a vehicle safely. Understanding these levels isn't just a technical exercise. It determines who's legally responsible when something goes wrong, how insurance companies assign liability, and whether the marketing on that shiny new car is telling you the truth. Level 0 is where most cars in history have lived. No driving automation. You steer, you brake, you accelerate, you watch the road. Now, your Level 0 car might still have impressive safety features, things like blind spot warnings, lane departure alerts, even automatic emergency braking. But here's the distinction that matters. Those systems warn you or provide momentary intervention. They don't continuously drive any part of the car. The responsibility never leaves your hands. Level 1 is the first real step: driver assistance. Here, the vehicle takes continuous control of one thing, either steering or speed, but not both at the same time. The most common example is adaptive cruise control. Your car maintains speed and keeps a safe following distance from the vehicle ahead without you touching the pedal. But you're still steering, you're still watching, you're still responsible for everything the system doesn't handle. Level 1 has rapidly become standard equipment on many new cars, and it's the kind of technology most people use without even thinking about what level it represents. Level 2 is where things get interesting and where most of the marketing confusion lives: partial driving automation. The car now handles steering and speed simultaneously. It can center itself in a lane while managing your following distance. It can navigate stop-and-go traffic on a highway with minimal input from you. Tesla's Autopilot, powered by computer vision technology from suppliers like Mobileye and NVIDIA Drive platforms, is Level 2. GM's Super Cruise is Level 2. Ford's Blue Cruise, which supports hands-free driving on over 130,000 miles of divided highways, is Level 2. But here's the critical thing: at Level 2, you're still the driver. You must supervise the system at all times. You must be ready to take control instantly, with or without warning. The car is your assistant. You're still the boss. Level 2 dominates the market right now, holding around 40% of the autonomous vehicle market share in 2025. It's the level most people experience when they think they're in a self-driving car. They're not. Not yet. The jump from Level 2 to Level 3 is where everything changes. Technologically, the gap is enormous. From the driver's seat, though, it might feel subtle. At Level 3, what the SAE technically calls conditional driving automation, the car manages all aspects of driving within its operational design domain, or ODD, the specific conditions where the system is designed to function. You can take your hands off the wheel, you can take your eyes off the road, the system is now the driver. And this is the crucial caveat: you must be ready to take back control when the system asks you to. As of 2025, only a handful of Level 3 systems exist commercially. Mercedes-Benz Drive Pilot is available on the S-Class and EQS, but only in California and Nevada, and only by subscription. BMW's Personal Pilot L3 is offered on the 7 Series, but only in Germany. Honda's Sensing Elite has been on Japanese roads since 2021 in the Honda Legend. These are real products you can buy, but they operate under tight restrictions, typically at low speeds in heavy highway traffic, within carefully mapped operational design domains. The Level 3 market is projected to explode from roughly 291,000 units in 2025 to 8.7 million units by 2035. Ford's CEO has predicted Level 3 in some 2026 models. Rivian is targeting the same year. Multiple Chinese automakers, including XPeng, Li Auto, and BYD, are preparing their own Level 3 systems. The floodgates are about to open. Level 4 is high driving automation, and this is where the car truly becomes the driver. The key difference from Level 3 is what happens when something goes wrong. A Level 4 vehicle doesn't need to ask a human for help. If the system encounters a failure, it can bring itself to a safe stop on its own. No human intervention required. The catch is geography. Level 4 vehicles today operate within geofenced zones, specific mapped areas, usually urban environments with speed limits around 30 miles per hour. The best example is Waymo. Alphabet's robo-taxi service now provides over 250,000 paid rides per week across Phoenix, San Francisco, Los Angeles, and Austin. It has logged more than 100 million fully autonomous miles on public roads and completed 20 million trips since it launched. The safety data is striking. Waymo reports 57% fewer police-reported crashes than human drivers and 11 times fewer serious injury collisions. Aurora Innovation is also making significant progress in the robo-taxi space, while companies like Nuro are demonstrating Level 4 capabilities in last-mile delivery applications. But Waymo's story also highlights how brutally difficult this technology is. Google started its self-driving car project back in 2009, inspired by the DARPA Grand Challenges. Those early competitions are legendary in the autonomy world. In the 2004 challenge, 15 vehicles attempted to navigate a 142-mile desert course. Not a single one finished. The best effort covered just 7.5 miles before getting stuck on a rock. 1 year later, Stanford's Stanley, a modified Volkswagen Touareg led by Sebastian Thrun, completed the course in under 7 hours and won $2 million. Thrun later called it the birth moment of the modern self-driving car. From those desert races came the technology, the talent, and the ambition that built today's autonomous vehicle industry. But the road has been littered with expensive failures. GM acquired Cruise in 2016 for $581 million. By the time they shut it down in December 2024, Cruise had accumulated over $10 billion in operating losses on less than $500 million in revenue. Ford and Volkswagen's joint venture Argo AI collapsed in 2022. Detroit automakers are now 0 for 2 in the robo-taxi race. And then there's Tesla. Elon Musk promised full autonomy by 2018, 1 million robo-taxis by 2020, unsupervised full self-driving by mid-2025. As of early 2026, Tesla's unsupervised fleet in Austin sits at just 25 verified vehicles. The consumer product, still called full self-driving supervised, remains firmly at Level 2. The name itself has drawn sharp criticism for implying capabilities the system simply doesn't have, which brings us to Level 5. Full driving automation. No steering wheel, no pedals, no geofence. A car that can go anywhere, handle any condition, and do anything an experienced human driver can do. Level 5 remains entirely theoretical. No company has demonstrated it. No timeline exists for its arrival. Some experts believe it could be decades away. Others argue it may never be practical for every road and every condition on Earth. The autonomous vehicle market is projected to grow from roughly $274 billion in 2025 to nearly $5.5 trillion by 2035, according to McKinsey projections. Public opinion is shifting too. In San Francisco, support for robo-taxis jumped from 44% in 2023 to 67% in 2025. But globally, only 27% of people say they'd feel safe in a self-driving car. That tension between the technology racing forward and the public slowly warming up defines where we are right now. Most of us are living at Level 1 or 2. A few thousand people in a few cities are experiencing Level 4. Level 3 is just beginning to trickle into luxury vehicles. And Level 5 remains a promise on the horizon that keeps receding the closer we think we're getting. The ladder is real. We're climbing it. But the top is still hidden in the clouds. If this video gave you a clearer picture of where we actually are on that ladder, subscribe to Autonomous Insider. Every week we go deeper into the technology, the companies, and the stories behind the self-driving revolution that nobody else is covering. And if you want to go even deeper right now, the next video is right there. The story of Cruise. $10 billion, 0 to shut down in 8 years. It's worth your time.